Well, good afternoon again. That's the weekend gone, and today's Monday. Hope you're all alright. Had a good weekend, or reasonable weekend. It's quite warm, wasn't it? Gone a bit cooler now, but there we are. This one's called All On. Father used to keep pigeons. They were the boys, really, but he was interested as Richard Henry. Nearly every evening in the summer, the men from the cottages round would gather in Father's outhouse and talk pigeons until it became dark. Father once won a silver cup for having the first bird home in a race from Exeter, so he was naturally the chairman of this group of bird lovers. He was consulted on every question arising from these meetings. There was Henry Betts, who, keeping pigeons since he was a boy, used to have most of his meals in the pigeon house. It was known he kept a few prize sort in his bedroom so as to spring a surprise in a local show. He had very sharp features and one glass eye. The way he turned his head to look at you always made you think about a pigeon. Tom Slow was a crafty man, and Father said he would stay out all night to slough in a stray pigeon. Tom couldn't read, so what was the use of the club numbers on the ring of a bird he caught? It meant nothing to him, and removed the ring. Of course, Tom Slow was his nickname, and was very misleading to anyone that did not know him. Try to sell him a pigeon or anything else, for that matter, and it would be you that was slow. One of the most keen members was young Matty. He was over 40 and had an older brother, also called Matty. They never expected this son to live, for he was some wished baby. So his father, also called Matty, said to avoid the family name dying out, call the both boys Matty. They were known as Young Matty and Old Matty. Young Matty was left a tidy sum of money when his father died. Some said he was going to be married, but no, he bought some pigeons. He declared he never regretted it, for they're in by night, so I know where they are. But if I married, she'd be out, and I shouldn't have no company. A pigeon always know the way home. Races would be arranged and birds sent from all over the village to a town many miles away. At a given time, these pigeons were set free and prizes awarded for the first to reach home. Names and numbers fastened to the pigeons had to be removed on their return and taken to Father's outhouse to be clocked in. Great fun, except to the owner was enjoyed when a competitor had returned early but was perched up in a neighbour's tree, refusing to come down to have his number removed. The usual greeting when members of the club met in the home or in that row was, "Well, all home are they?" The old outhouse was packed one night. Father had lit fire in the fringle for the evening. It had turned quite cold, and also it was hanting down with rain. It was almost impossible to see across the room, as all were smoking, including the fire. Richard Henry used to love these evenings and dreaded for the time when he was sent in. "What is it makes a tumbler pigeon tumble?" asked Richard Henry. This was a question none could answer, and to cover up Father's confusion, the boy was told to go in along with Mother and reminded boys should be seen and not heard. "All right," said Richard Henry. "Asked me to get a bit of hay when farmers go market, and I shan't go." "Well, sit down and be quiet." They discussed the last race and the next when the door opened and in come young Matty. "All home?" asked he. "No," remarked Father. "Shut home the door. I lost two. Must have been a hawk at 'em." "That reminds me, have you heard about James Hawk? Used to live up in big house. Step lame he did. Went down Falmouth live." "Can't call on home tall," said Father. "Been gone brave long time." "Dead is he?" "No, but he's in hospital." "What happened to him?" asked Tom Slow. "Well, 'tis like this here. He got a boy that the stammer awful. Brainy boy he is, full of ideas. One day he said to his father, "You ought go get one leg longer than other, haven't he, Father?" "Yes, only noticed it now, Abby boy. I've been thinking, if when you walk down the street, you put your long leg in the water tap hole and your short leg on the pavement, and you'll be able to walk easier." Well, that seemed a good idea. "I'll try it." When he was going down long, he put his long leg on the water in the water table and his short leg on the pavement, and was very surprised at how well he could walk. But halfway down the pavement and halfway up the road, on come a bus and knocked him down. He was taken into hospital, broke his collarbone and had several ribs smashed. His boy, when he heard what had happened, was too afraid to go and see him. However, after a month or two, he decided so. Well, Feather, how are you getting on? And asked the boy. Oh, not so bad, said Feather. Since I've been in here, I've had plenty of time to think. What have you been thinking about, Father? Me? Yes, I found out a way to stop your stammering. You have, Feather? Yes. Keep your mouth shut. This is a little poem now. Ada and the Hitman. Cheese and pickle sandwiches, Jan said, sadly shook his head. They aren't a good idea just before you go to bed. I get these vivid dreams, you see, as real as mother's cat. I tell you about it, boy, last Thursday, and see what you make of that. I was out there in the jungle with a loincloth round my waist, swinging through the treetops with a smile upon my face, a chimp across my shoulders, long hair that reached the floor, and muscles like great mountains where they'd never been before. Next thing, I'm in the river doing somersaults and loops, and I heard this sound of wailing, fit to scare you out of your boots. I'd seen this boat a-coming, and there standing at the prow was Ada in a bush hat. She was making all the row. Well, we might have been in Africa, but I'm still of Cornish blood. Here, what are you doing, mate? I called, as anybody would. Oh, there you are, she nattered. I've been looking round for you. You went out for breakfast, and 'tis nearly 10 to 2. 'Tis all right, you've been out jungling, but there's work to do at home. But that isn't fit to live in, 'tis more like an aerodrome. Why you put in these trees, for I shall never understand, what sort of man builds houses 60 feet above the land? Here, take an hour to climb the ladder with bananas on my back, and you haven't got no electric for a telly or a vac. There's birds' nests in the corners, and there's creepers round my toes. The only thing he's good is for hanging out the clothes. But Ada, I'm a hitman, I protested all my sins. We aren't back up to Crowless with gas fires and wheelie bins. Well, I aren't cut out for this, said she. Can even boil an egg. And why you got that crocodile there hanging round your leg? Crocodile? What crocodile? I took a long look beneath. The thing had jaws like a JCB and a matching set of teeth. I grabbed a branch above me with a piercing Tarzan call, and I woke up in our bedroom with my head against the wall. Ada was still nagging in the way a sparrow sings, so I told her about the jungle and the crocodile and things. Let me go to sleep, said she. Play Tarzan if you must, but while you're in the wardrobe, could he wipe away the dust? Thank you very much.